All right, guys, welcome to Virtual Media Day 3. Up first, we have Miss Cindy. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We will go ahead and start off with Alex, Cage Side Press.
Hi, Cindy. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
Good. Thanks for asking. I've got a quick one for you. So you went from fighting 5 times in 2019, not fighting once in 2020. I guess like, will the layoff affect your performance? And I guess just how was the layoff?
Well, I didn't really choose to have that layoff, but then Corona like locked everything down, and I got pregnant during the lockdown. I grappled in my bed, I guess, and so it's good that I had the year off because I've been very busy in 2019, and sometimes I went from one fight to another, so I wasn't able to have like a really good fight camp. And then this whole lockdown like gave me time to think about things that are important in my life, things I wanted different, and I got like an whole new perspective on training. During my pregnancy, I didn't sit on my lazy butt. I've been like working other stuff, other kind of cardio, and it made me, I think, a stronger person. Um and the moment my baby was born, I picked up training like right away on a high level. Um, that was not easy with all the regularizations we have in Belgium, but I did it anyway. So I think the push I had to give into this camp is going to make me a better fighter overall.
Awesome, and good luck.
Thank you.
Up next, Head Kick Audio.
Hi, Cindy. This is Steve from Head Kick Audio. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Good deal. Good deal. You're fighting the striking Viking. You're taking on Caitlin Young, she's a pretty good striker, and you not so bad yourself, but you got a lot of submissions. Do you think that's going to be the difference in your fight?
You can say it not so bad myself. Well, she's a pretty good striker, and I'm a pretty good grappler. So it's let's see who get it in the area he or she, who can get it in the area she wants, or if I can get it into my area. And I think that will make the fight. That will make who's gonna win. If I can pull her into my world, or if she can keep me into hers. Yeah. Not that was funny.
Thank you.
Up next, Jake Foley, please.
Hi, Cindy. Jake Foley from Overtime Heroics here. Winning the PFL championship can change a fighter's life forever. Now having a child recently, what would it mean to you to be the champion at the end of the season?
It wouldn't change more than it would change before, because I already have had 5 children. So, but it would give my life a way bigger comfort, first of all. And I would, if I can win that $1 million, I would love to use it to give my children like bigger opportunities, better opportunities to follow their dreams. Because um, for me, it was always a struggle combining working, children, the house, the bills. I've been mommy, daddy, fighter, teacher, everything together, um, because I had no help from the daddies for my babies. So if I can win that $1 million, I would be able to support their career or their dreams. They wouldn't be having no struggles about, oh, I want to go to a fight camp. There is no money for that. I need new gloves. There is no money for that. It would make my life and my children's life a lot easier. So that's something what I want to, that's what I would do with it.
Next, Tanai.
Hey Cindy, how's it going?
Hi, I'm okay.
It's Tanai here from MMA Island. I wanted to ask you about your experience in the bubble in Atlantic City, and how does it feel making your PFL debut?
Wait, what? One more time. What is your name?
Tanai from MMA Island.
Denai or Denai?
Tanai.
Okay, nice.
T.
Well, the life here in the bubble, well, it's been special. It's something else. But I liked it actually because normally I'm waking up. It's like, mom, 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 can you do this? Mom, can you do that? Mom, mom. And now I only have my judo buddy be like, hey, I'm hungry. Can we go to eat? So that's something else. So it gave me the opportunity to focus on what I have to do here and visualize. Sorry, language barrier hitting me again. I hope it doesn't hit that hard as skating. Um, and yeah, it's hard to miss the children, but it's good because I can focus.
And how does it feel like to make your PFL debut?
I'm so excited. I'm excited to be part of family, and I'm excited to get this opportunity. Excited to be still able in these hard times to compete overseas. Like I think I'm the only Belgian one who's still being able to hunt her dreams. So it's a blessing, and I'm very thankful.
Thank you, Cindy. We love your energy. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ronald? Ronald, I can't hear you for some reason, bud.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
There we go.
My name is Ronald E. Smith from Getting Real. Cindy, like everyone knows in 2020, a lot of things have happened. A lot of people lost a lot of loved ones. You especially have lost someone recently. How are you able to keep yourself motivated and focused during the fight through everything that you are dealing with right now?
Okay, it's a hard subject. So my mom has been battling cancer. Sorry. For a long time. We knew it was coming, and my wish was that she would be able to be at the birth of my baby. And she was there, and a little while after, she passed away while I was in my training camp. And that was really hard to see. Sorry. To have to say goodbye to your mom like that, because she was in so much pain that they let her sleep. And so I had to say bye, mom. See you later, alligator. And it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was hard to grab everything together and show up in the gym every day. But I for sure don't want to disappoint her. And I know she sees me. And I'm pretty sure she came with me here. So my grandmother kind of gave up when my mom passed away. It was her only daughter. So 4 days ago, I got to know she also passed away in Belgium. So I guess I have an extra strong woman in my corner here. And whatever the outcome is, I know I gave it my all. I pushed every limit. I'm going to do everything to make my children at home and my mommy and my granny proud.
Thank you, Cindy, and sorry for your loss.
She looks distressed. What's going on?
Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate you. Let's go with Breeze.
Hey, Cindy, this is Breeze with the MMA Breeze. Just wanted to ask you, we haven't seen you perform in a while. We're all very excited. Just like most fighters, you've had quite the layoff. What can we expect to see new in your arsenal for this next coming bout?
What's going to be new in my arsenal is that I'm going to be fitter, sharper, and more motivated than ever.
Well, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Steve Irvine, please.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
Thank you for your time. It's Steve from Steve Irvine MMA. I just wanted to ask, so, I mean, throughout your career, you've been fortunate to compete for the biggest organisations in the world. Now, you're here at the PFL. I just wanted to know, is this a place that you're going to call home now for the remainder of your career?
Wait, what again?
Is this a place that you're going to call home for the remainder of your fighting career?
You know, I'm getting older. I'm having 6 kids to take care of. I pay all the bills. I do everything myself. I try to run a gym and give children opportunity. And I'm so happy that I'm in PFL, in like a good organization where they care about us. And this is gonna be the final steps in my career. After PFL, I'm not gonna fight anymore. So I'm happy to write my final chapter here.
No, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.
Up next, Sergio.
Hi, Cindy. This is Sergio from Fighter Path MMA. How are you?
Hi, Sergio. I'm okay.
So you're fighting Caitlin Young, who's also one of the most experienced females in this tournament. How do you think your experience matches up with the rest of the competition?
You know, experience is something very beautiful, as I don't really have the stress to fight. I can fight under big pressure, under big banners. I will not break. I know myself. I know my strength, and I'm pretty sure. I'm really sure. I always admired Caitlin because she's been always there, and I've always watched her fights, and I've always thought she had exciting fights. And I think we match up on that point like exactly the same. So that is really nice. What I really admire about Caitlin is like the quote, like fall down 7, stand up 8. Like she's been doing that, and I respect her a lot for that. And I've been through the same struggles. And look at this. So many years later, we are here standing in front of each other, face to face, and we're gonna have this epic war. Yeah.
Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you.
Michael Morales.
Hey, Cindy, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay.
Thank you for being here and thank you for giving us part of your time. I wanted to ask you, what would a victory in your PFL debut mean both to you and to your home country of Belgium?
Well, to be honest, I don't think Belgium cares that much. But yeah, they just, I don't know. My country is built of idiots mostly. But the people who are in the sport, for them it would be a big thing for sure for the females, because we are not with that many, but the girls who are out there like work very hard to get opportunities. So for them it would mean a lot. And also for my daughter Lola, who is like being an MMA fighter herself and trying to push her limits, it would mean a lot too. And I just want to show her that whatever comes to her path, like she will always have to push her limits. I want to be an example for her. So if you ask what Belgians think about it, I don't think they really care. But that little Belgian girl over there, she does care, and that's way more important to me.
Thank you very much and good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
All right, up next, Mason, please.
Hi, Cindy. This is Mason from the Sports Sesh podcast. How are you doing today?
Hi, Mason. I'm okay.
It's great to hear. Obviously, yourself and your opponent are both quite experienced within the MMA game. What makes you think that you can walk away with the victory come Thursday night?
I think I'm a better grappler. And I think I just needed a little more. I think I wanted more. I have more to prove. I've suffered a lot in this camp in the last year, actually. And I think the depths I've seen gonna make me just want it more.
Well, I can't wait to see you fight on Thursday night. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Mike Owens, please.
Hello, Cindy. This is Mike from Mike Owens Media.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay.
That's good. When this fight was announced, you opened as the betting favourite, but the odds have now shifted and you're now the betting underdog. I'd just like to get your thoughts on that and if you're surprised by that at all.
I don't like how you say. I don't mind betting dogs or how you call it. I have dogs enough at home. No, you know what? Betting underdog, betting up dog, betting. I don't care. I mean, I fought Megan Anderson being the biggest underdog I ever been, and like I had not much work with her. I guess favorite or not favorite, I will not leave one night's sleep of that. No, I have not even one single thought about it actually. I don't care.
Superb. Best of luck for the fight.
Thank you.
Up next, Bobby.
Hey, Cindy, it's Bobby Whitney, Last Out Media. I just wanted to know, like, we all know you can grapple, we all know you can wrestle, but you also have that background in jiu-jitsu and judo. Do you think you're going to use that to your advantage coming in the fight on Thursday?
Well, that's the point. That's what I'm gonna try. You got me. You figured out my game plan, dang it.
All right, up next, Bruno.
Hi, Cindy. It's Bruno here from Jiu Jitsu Magazine. How are you?
Hi, Bruno. I'm okay. Try to be okay.
Yeah, all of us, right? Just like you, I'm living here in Europe at the moment, and we know how hard the regulations are in terms of going to the gym, and all of public life has essentially been shut down. Question being, how has this affected your training camp at all, knowing that most of the gyms have been closed and it's been hard to get that work in?
It's been really hard. My gym also was closed. Like, I've been training sneakily, as I told you people before. So normally in a fight camp, I have to make 145 or 135 pounds. So what I do is I train and I eat sneakily, you know? I eat sneakily ice cream. I eat sneakily chocolates. I'm like, no, I didn't eat that burger, but I did. And now I could eat whatever I want and I train sneakily. No, I wasn't in the gym. You're wrong. That are old pictures. So yep, I train twice a day and sneakily behind closed doors.
Thank you very much for that, Cindy. And your secret is safe with me. Good luck.
All right, does anyone else have another question or two for Cindy? While we got her here. Go ahead, Tyreek.
How you doing, Cindy? This is Tariq with the Havoc Hour. How you doing today?
Hi. Well, I'm okay.
So, obviously, you know, the real star of the PFL so far, at least in the women's division, is Kayla Harrison. Is she someone that you're interested in fighting so far in the season, or would it not make a big difference to you?
Of course, I would be interested to fight her. We match up. I think we have the same style. Her judo is probably better than mine, but I still have some slick grappling moves on the ground. So it would be interesting, and I'm here to fight whoever. So yeah, I think it sounds great, and also I respect her a lot. I feel like our lives are kind of had the same roots, and she saw like almost like alike situations. So I feel her. I think we would have a good energy in the octagon or in the cage together.
All right, that sounds good. All right, good luck on Thursday.
Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
coming out today.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Up next, we have Justin Willis. Please raise your hand if you have a question for Justin.
Oh, I can't see them. Dang.
All right, up first, let's go with Mason.
Hi, Justin. This is Mason from the Sports Sash podcast. How are you doing today?
What up? What up? What up?
As we know, you've not fought in a long time due to the coronavirus pandemic. How have you improved during this layoff?
I just been working, man. Working on myself, physically, mentally, spiritually, and just been growing, man. I can't wait to come out here and whoop some ass.
And finally, from me, you fought some tough guys in this sport: Curtis Blades, Mark Hunt, just to name a few. Do you think having fought those names is going to give you an advantage in this fight and the fights coming up in the future?
I mean, every fight is new. You know, I'm taking this guy 100% serious, and I can't wait to go out there and see what he got so I can overcome him.
Thank you, brother, and I can't wait to see you come Thursday night.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Breeze, please.
Hey, this is Breeze from the MMA Breeze. I wanted to ask you, how important is it for you to win the money in this tournament? Obviously, that's a big draw of PFL. Or are you just looking to make a name for yourself and go in there and just win to win?
I'm just coming out here to prove myself right, you know, and dominate these guys. Like I said, I would do. So the money thing is not that big of a deal to me. It's more about going out there and building my legacy.
Awesome. Well, good luck, man.
Let's get it.
Bruno.
Hi, Justin. It's Bruno from Jiu Jitsu Magazine. How are you doing today?
What up, Bruno?
What's going on? So you've previously fought in the WSOF against Juliano Coutinho, and that was kind of your coming out party into the UFC.
Mhm.
Now with PFL taking over the WSOF, does this kind of feel like a homecoming to you and a bit refreshing to kind of come back to what brought you on the main stage?
I mean, I fought in Japan in the brightest lights. I fought, you know, in UFC in the brightest lights. You know, these are bright lights. So it is what it is. It's another day in office to me, to go in there with my hard hat, punch in the clock, go home to my family.
Thank you a lot, Justin.
Let's get it, baby.
Tanai, please.
Hey, Justin, this is Tanai from MMA Island. How's it going, man?
What up? MMA Island was cracking, baby.
We're good. How you? I wanted to ask you how it's gonna be fighting without fans, because in the UFC, WSOF, you've always had fans, and this is your first fight since the pandemic. How's it gonna be?
I mean, this is a glorified sparring match with adrenaline. You know what I mean? So you got people around, but you know, I'm used to, you know, I come from AK, I come from big gyms, so I'm used to people being around the cage watching me spar. Guys like DC, guys like Kane, guys like, you know, I mean, all kinds of guys, you know. So I'm used to this. And it's actually like when I fought in Japan, and you know, there's like 50,000 people in the crowd, but every time you hit them, they're all silent. I mean, they go ooh, but there's no, like, in the UFC crowd, it's really, really crazy because they're just loud and drunk the whole time. You know what I mean? But in Japan, it's very, very silent. So the feeling is kind of surreal. So I think that I've been prepared for this, and the Most High has prepared me for these type of events.
Awesome, that's good to hear. I had one more question, if you don't mind. How do you feel about the tournament system that the PFL has?
Showing you proof. I mean, it's no politics. It's no, you know, sending the boss gifts. You ain't got to do none of that. All you got to do is win, and the boss can't say nothing.
That's great. Thank you, man. Good luck on Thursday.
Let's get it, baby.
Roz.
Hey, Justin, how are you?
What up, Roz?
What up? This is Raz from Everton MMA Era. So just in relation to this year, I mean, it's been a bit of an uphill battle for all of us. Can you elaborate a bit more on your fight camp and kind of the time you spent before this debut in PFL?
Well, you know, I came from AK, and I wanted to, you know, get a fresh look. So, you know, one of the things I want to do is, you know, get more personal coaching to really focus on me and my gifts and who I am. So I did a little search. The COVID thing was perfect for me because I got a chance to do a little search and actually go around and work with different people. And I got a chance to settle in with Rashad Evans as my personal coach. So, I mean, our games are pretty much, it's kind of similar. You know what I mean? I'm going out there to try to dominate and use my athleticism to overcome whatever he has to bring. And the man did the same thing. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to go out there and show my improvements.
Thanks, man. And just one more. In terms of this year, the 2021 PFL season, what do you feel is your biggest challenge? Is it the tournament system? Is there a specific fighter, or, you know, is there anything that you see as your main kind of stopping you from getting that $1 million prize?
It's COVID. Fuck
Okay.
everybody else, you know what I mean? It's just the COVID, having to deal with the quarantines and, you know, the test and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like that's the most difficult part. But when it comes to the fighting, I grew up fighting, man. I grew up in, you know, in the system, and I grew up fighting. So fighting to me is not really that big of a deal. But it's all the extra stuff, and all the extra stuff is what puts more stress in the situation.
Okay, cool.
But
Justin.
good thing
Thank you.
everybody has to deal with it.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, listen, thank you for that, and yeah, best of luck.
Let's get it.
Head kick audio.
Hey, what's going on, Big Pretty? How you doing? This is Steve
What
from
it
Head
do?
Kick Audio.
What it do, man?
All right. So after going 5-1 with the UFC, you know, you had competed with World Series of Fighting previously. Did you know, coming over to PFL, did it just make sense?
I mean, at that time, yes, it did. You know, this was 2 years ago when I made that decision. But yeah, it still makes sense, and it's a tournament. The tournament profile I like. Like I said, it's just show and prove. You go out there and show your medal, and either you're copper or you're gold, baby. And I'm gold.
All right. Thanks, boss. Good luck on Thursday.
Let's get it.
Steve Irvine.
Hi, Justin. It's Steve from Steve Irvin MMA. It's been 2 years since your last bout. Welcome back.
Hey, Steve, you said Steve Irwin? Did that guy die?
Irvin.
Oh, Irvin. Okay. What's up?
Yeah. No crocodile hunter. So I just wanted to know, so how do you feel mentally going into this fight? You've got a fresh challenge, quite different from the past. You've got $1 million purse at the end if you succeed. You mind telling me about your mindset going into that with all these prizes at stake?
It's just one by one, man. It's just one by one. You know, you knock them down one by one. That's all I can do is focus on the guy in front of me. Then whoever's next, I focus on that guy, so on and so forth. But one by one.
No, that's awesome, man. Could I get another quick one in? Did you manage to get any wrestling time with DC in the preparation to this?
I worked with Rashad Evans.
Thank you very much and good luck.
Let's go.
Mike Owens, please.
Hello, Justin. This is Mike from Mike Owens Media.
What's up, Mike Owens?
In your opinion, what is the biggest advantage you feel you hold over your upcoming opponent?
I'm very athletic, explosive, unpredictable, and you know, hopefully he doesn't underestimate me, because I have not underestimated him to the least bit. So hopefully he actually, you know, comes out and he's ready to fight, because I'm ready to fight and I'm ready to dominate.
Best of luck for Thursday, Justin.
Let's get it.
Jake Foley, please.
Hey, what's going on, Justin? Jake Foley from Overtime Heroics here.
What up?
I'd like to ask, what is your opinion on heavyweights like your opponent that tend to come in lighter at 230 to 235 compared to someone like yourself who comes in at 260 to 265?
Pressure. You know, I'm a guy where I'm gonna come in great shape. You know, lighter. So I think he's depending more on his mobility, but he's never really fought a person like me who is a big mobile guy. And you know, I don't get tired. So, you know, I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on him, and my goal is to break him. Period.
Thank you so much. Good luck on Thursday.
Appreciate it.
Sergio.
Hi, this is Sergio from Fighter Path MMA. How are you doing?
What up, man?
So 4 of your last 5 bouts went to a decision with the PFL format, and you know, you get more points for getting finishes. Do you feel any more pressure going in and you know, getting it done early rather than carrying it over to the 3rd round?
Yes, it's the different reward systems. You know, in the UFC, I mean, yeah, you get fight at night bonuses and stuff, but in the UFC, it's about winning. So you're supposed to secure that win. And again, this is important over here too, to secure the win first and foremost. But in this situation, if I see a finish, I'm going to go for it, period.
All right. Thank you very much and best of luck.
Thank you.
Dylan.
Hey there, Justin. How's it going?
What up?
Oh, not much. I'm just kind of curious about your thoughts on your opponent here, Denise Goltsov there. Just, you know, had a pretty good run in general with the PFL season in 2019. I'm curious if you've done specific tape study on those PFL fights, and if so, what your thoughts are on your opponent's stylistic proclivities.
I mean, he's tall, he's rangy, he has decent mobility, but he hasn't fought anybody like me, man, period. You know, it's a guy who's gonna come forward, bang, wrestle, whatever he wants to do, we can do it. So Yeah, yes, I have watched the film, but I don't want to give away too many secrets, man. I hate that when people be asking me for all the secrets, man. You know, I can't tell you the recipe.
Oh yeah, no, just curious what you noticed in his style per se, but yeah, you don't want to give away the formula. But in
Yeah.
any event, thanks for the time.
Yes, sir.
Up next, Breeze.
Hey, Justin Breeze with the MMA Breeze. I wanted to ask, how instrumental was it for you to work with Rashad Evans for this upcoming matchup, and who else were you working with in preparation?
I was working with Rashad, Moultrie, Frank, Lester, which one of John Jones' old boxing coaches. Greg Hardy was more me and him together. So I got a chance to really see a whole bunch of different looks, and being able to really sit back and pay attention and actually soak up some of the game that Rashad Evans has was a blessing, you know. And I feel like it's gonna show in this fight.
Right on. Looking forward to it.
Let's get it.
Alex.
Hi, Justin. It's Alex from K-Side Press. I just simply want a prediction from you, and also I actually was wondering if you could give us a yes, the biggest thing you took from working with Rashad Evans.
So prediction first. I feel as though I'm gonna break him. I don't know what round. I don't like doing all that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna break this man. And how it was for dealing with Rashad Evans, it was a blessing. Again, you know, a guy who has a wealth of experience at the top level. You know, I have experience at the top level, but him, you know, again, the guy's a Hall of Famer. It is what it is. A lot of the parts of his game, I feel like were very, very closely related to my game. And so I feel like he was able to mix and put together a couple of the pieces of the puzzle. And now I feel like I can't wait to go out there and show it.
Awesome, man. Good luck.
Let's get it.
Barcelona.
Hey, Jim Barcelona with Miami Herald here in South Florida.
What it do?
Hey, so you mentioned Rashad, you mentioned Greg Hardy. I'm curious, California, such in shutdown mode. Did you come to South Florida to train?
You know, that's crazy because I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram at Big Pretty MMA. Go follow me. But before all this COVID stuff actually went down, when it was still in China, I was one of the people who said that it's going to come to America and it's going to go to places like New York, California, all the liberal states first. They're going to shut down completely. And boy, was I right. And so about 2 or 3 weeks before the shutdown began, I actually got out of California. You know, there was a multitude of reasons, but that was one of the main reasons. I wanted to get my family to a place that I felt was the safest.
And so did you come down here to South Florida and train down here?
Yes, I am in South Florida now.
And lastly then for me, what has it been like down here, adjusting to down here? You mentioned some of the fighters. Are you over at Sanford MMA?
I'm at Hard Knocks.
At Hard Knocks 365. What has that whole experience been like? Because there's so many great training facilities down here in South Florida.
Yeah, so I was at ATT for a little bit. I wanted to, experience all the different gyms, kind of like a tryout period, and I settled on, happily settled on Hard Knocks. But yeah, it's a lot of great facilities here. But I want, at this point in my career, especially entering my prime, I want to make sure that I get what's best for me now.
Hey, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Morales.
Hey, how are you?
What up?
I'm just curious. Like, we're in the middle of pandemic, Justin. Which obstacles you've faced so far preparing for your PFL debut?
I mean, gyms being closed down. The PFL being closed down for a year. Kind of trying to figure out, how to make ends meet. There's been a whole bunch of obstacles that, but I'm just happy that I'm here now and I'm able to perform.
And my last question, your last fight was 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
How easy or complicated has been to put yourself back on track physically and mentally for your PFL debut?
I've been fighting since I've been a little boy, man. So fighting is something that it's just a switch. Some people have it, some people don't.
Perfect, man. Thank you, and good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
Last question for Daniel Bakley. You're on mute, brother. Or I can't hear you at least.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
This is Dan from Cage by IQ. In your eyes, what makes you the favorite to win this year's tournament?
In my eyes, I mean, I'm gonna come out here and just dominate, man. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna work hard, and I'll make sure these guys put on their hard hat when they fight me. That's it.
And then second question, during the layoff, what have you improved on most to get yourself ready for the tournament?
Mind, body, and spirit, baby. The whole gamut.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Justin.
Appreciate it.
See you Thursday.
Yep. Oh shit.
All right, guys. Up next, we have Mariana. Okay, please raise your hand if you have a question for Mariana. Mason, you can go ahead and go first.
Hi, Mariana. This is Mason from the Sports Sesh podcast. How are you doing today?
Mariana, é o Mason aqui. Como é que você tá hoje? Tudo bem?
Tudo bem.
Yep, all great.
You've had 26 professional MMA fights in your career compared to your opponent's 8. Do you believe your experience going into this is going to be the deciding factor in the fight?
Você tem 26 lutas profissionais na sua carreira comparadas com as 8 da sua oponente. Você vê a sua experiência como sendo o fator decisivo aí para essa luta?
Sim, vejo a experiência como um grande fator nessa luta, em questão de saber o momento certo de entrar na luta, de manter a calma e esperar o momento certo.
Absolutely. I definitely see my experience as a deciding factor. Being able to stay calm, know the right time to strike, and to just be able to make the right decisions based on my experience is something I'm looking forward to hone in for this fight.
Thank you, and I can't wait to see you fight.
Tanai.
Hi, Mariana. Tanai from MMA Island. I just want to wish you a happy birthday. How you going?
Mariana, tudo bom? O Tanai aqui da MMA Island. Queria te desejar feliz aniversário. Como é que você está se sentindo?
Tudo bom, obrigada. Tô me sentindo bem, graças a Deus. Só aguardando o momento da luta agora.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm feeling great. Just anxious for the fight.
All right. How does it feel like making your PFL debut and going up against the defending champions right off the bat?
Como é que você se sente fazendo a sua debutando aí na PFL e lutando contra a campeã já de primeira aí de bate pronto?
Bom, me sinto muito bem, me preparei para essa luta, né? Essa pandemia deu para treinar mais, me preparar mais e é isso. Tô bem e vou fazer uma boa luta.
I'm feeling great. The pandemic allowed me to train a lot more and to prepare adequately. Like I said, I'm feeling amazing, and I'm going to put on a great performance.
Thank you so much. I can't wait for Thursday. Good luck.
Head kick audio.
Hi, how's it going? This is Steve from Head Kick Audio.
Boa tarde, aqui é o Steve com Head Kick Audio.
You fought some big names over the course of your career, and Kayla Harrison is no exception. What kind of problems does she possess that you think you can overcome on Thursday?
Você já lutou com grandes nomes na sua carreira e a Kayla Harrison não é uma exceção. É nome tão grande quanto. O que você pode esperar da performance dela para quinta-feira?
Bom, sim, já lutei com grandes nomes já estão em outros eventos grandes também. A Kayla, eu espero que ela vai vir fazer o mesmo jogo que ela faz, né? De agarrar e terminar no chão, e eu tô preparado para esse jogo dela.
I fought great names, and as you said, Kayla's no different. I'm ready for her game plan, which is going to be to grapple, to try to hold on to me, put me down, and finish the fight there.
Thank you.
James McGlade.
Hi, Mariana. James McGlade here from Sports Kita. Happy birthday to you. I wanted to ask, how exciting was it to qualify for the season? And contrastingly, how disappointing was it to have to wait a year to compete?
Mariana, feliz aniversário. Minha pergunta são em duas partes. O quão gratificante foi classificar para essa temporada da PFL e o quão frustrante foi quando a temporada foi adiada por um ano?
Muito obrigada. Para mim foi uma grande conquista, né? Porque antes eu estava vindo de algumas derrotas, estava meio desacreditada. Aí fiz uma luta, depois fiz o GP, consegui o contrato e estava me preparando já, né? E veio a pandemia e deu uma. No início a gente conseguiu treinar, depois deu uma desanimada, mas não deixei me abater não, e continuei firme treinando e chegou o grande momento.
Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Yeah, I mean, before the season, before I got the contract with the PFL through the IQS, I was, in doubt, and I was upset with some of my performances, pretty irregular on my side. But with the Grand Prix, with the RQS out in Brazil, I was able to get 2 wins, and that put me in great momentum to come in for the 2020 season. And then unfortunately the pandemic hit and the season got canceled. So that was frustrating at first. And then leading on to that, I wasn't necessarily able to train as much as I wanted due to closure on gyms and everything else back home. But things started regular to open back up a little bit more in recent times, and that's allowed me to train and to get to where I wanted to be.
Okay, thanks, Mariana. Good luck.
Breeze.
Breeze. I wanted to ask you, in your ideal fight play out, would you rather outclass your opponent, or would you rather get in there, finish her, and get out?
Na sua opinião, qual seria a sua preferência? Seria de entrar no cage e ter uma performance melhor do que aquilo, lutando aí os 3 rounds, ou seria de finalizar ou nocautear?
Bom, me preparei para qualquer momento, mas eu quero buscar logo um nocaute e para finalizar a luta logo.
Well, I prepare myself for any and all outcomes, but I'd rather a knockout to clinch my place in the playoffs.
Right on. Thanks so much. Happy birthday.
Dylan.
Hey there, appreciate you taking my call here. I'm just noticing for Mariana, she's competed from flyweight all the way up to featherweight. I'm noticing these last couple bouts being at lightweight. I'm sort of curious how Mariana feels competing as a lightweight as opposed to her experience in prior weight categories.
Bom, você tem vasta experiência lutando em pesos diferentes. Últimas lutas agora foram no peso leve, mas já lutou no peso pena e outros pesos também. Como é que você compara a sua experiência no peso leve com a sua experiência em outros pesos?
Bom, já lutei na categoria peso mosca, né? Peso galo também. Bom, pra mim foi um pouco assim, não foi difícil, mas pra subir de peso, né? Porque eu tô acostumada a lutar peso mais baixo e é difícil ganhar peso, me manter forte, mas venho me preparando mais de um ano já na musculação, consegui ganhar peso. E pra mim a diferença muda um pouco só na força, mas isso não é o problema não.
Yeah, as you said, I fought at pretty much any and all weight and all the weight classes, and at first it was a little bit of a challenge, just being able to pack to pack enough muscle, but I don't really see that much of a difference. The only difference is in the power, and that's not something I focus too much on. I've been working out diligently over the past year, and I'm ready to reap the benefits.
Awesome. Thanks for the time.
Bruno.
Oi, Mariana, tudo bem?
Tudo.
Bruno here from Jiu-Jitsu Magazine. Kayla Harrison came out a couple days ago and saying that she expects Larissa Pacheco to be the hardest challenge in the tournament this year. Do you think that Kayla is overlooking you at all? And what message do you have to the critics out there that may be overlooking you as well?
A Kayla deu uma entrevista alguns dias atrás falando que acha que a Larissa é o maior desafio aí na divisão. Você acha que ela está te subestimando e qual seria a mensagem que você teria a dar para ela aí, baseado nisso?
Sim, acho também que pode estar me subestimando, não me conhece ainda, mas também vejo a Larissa como um grande desafio aí pela frente também.
Yeah, I think,
Obrigado, Mariana, e feliz aniversário.
Muito obrigado.
Yeah, I think Kayla might be underestimating me and my abilities. I do agree with her that Larissa is a great competitor and she's one of the main names here, but I think Kayla will be surprised.
Thank you.
Ronald.
Ronald, these myths been getting real. I just want her to elaborate. She said that it's been difficult for her to train during the pandemic. So I would love to know how was she able to get in fighting shape during this time period?
Você falou que foi pouco difícil treinar durante a pandemia e que você elaborasse pouco aí como é que você conseguiu se manter em forma e como é que você conseguiu treinar, considerando as dificuldades que a pandemia trouxe.
Então foi difícil porque fechou todos, né, os lugares, academias. Aí eu tenho um espaço em casa para treinar, mas manter o foco treinando sozinha não é fácil, né? No início eu consegui treinar legal em casa, mas depois a gente vai perdendo um pouco o foco. Mas aí quando retornou às academias, eu voltei a treinar forte na academia e quando não dava para ir, a gente ficava meio com medo de pegar transporte público para ir treinar e eu treinava em casa, mas consegui me manter forte.
Yeah, so with the pandemic, everything closed across the board back at home, so it was tough on that side. But that said, I do have a small space at home where I'm able to train. But and I was pretty consistent in the beginning, but over time it's tough to maintain that same drive and that same consistency when you're training at home and on your own. So once restrictions opened up a little bit, we started going back into the gym. Then restrictions came back up, and there were times that we were hesitant and take public transportation, making our way to the gym, and potentially getting sick after the fact. So that was always something we were thinking of in the beginning, but as time went by, we were able to get a solid camp in.
Thank you.
Last question, Michael Morales.
Hola, Mariana. Feliz aniversario. How important for your career is winning your PFL debut? ¿Cuál a importância de sua estreia no PFL para sua carreira?
Então, para mim está sendo uma grande oportunidade, né, de estar lutando mais um grande evento, de estar mostrando meu trabalho e de ser uma das concorrentes aí a ganhar o prêmio.
For me, this is a fantastic opportunity to fight in another great event and to showcase my skill set and take this big prize home.
Muito obrigado. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mariana. I appreciate you coming out today.
Thank you. Muito obrigado.
All right, guys. Now we're gonna go ahead and bring in Hannah Pereira. Okay, questions. Let's go ahead and start with Steve.
Hi, Henan. It's Steve here from Steve Irvin MMA. I hope you're well.
Boa tarde, aqui é o Steve. Espero que esteja bem.
Boa tarde, Steve. Tudo bem? Sim, obrigado.
Yeah. So you're going into this fight against a legend of the sport, Fabricio Werdum, who will no doubt have supreme confidence in his abilities. I just wanted to know for yourself, do you have supreme confidence in your own abilities, whether it's a striking match or if it goes to Werdum's experience on the ground? Do you think you can win either way?
Sua primeira luta no PFL é contra uma lenda, né? Fabricio Werdum, cara com muita experiência. Saber da sua confiança no seu talento e nas suas artes marciais. Se você se vê, enfim, sendo focado e pronto aí para essa vitória.
Eu me preparei bem para qualquer adversário, né? E quando saiu o Werdum, eu já estava preparado para isso, então eu creio que todo o trabalho foi feito e tenho certeza que eu vou dar o meu melhor lá dentro e buscar essa vitória.
I've worked hard my entire life. When the roster came out, I knew that this was a possibility, and I've been ready. I've put in the work. No rock's been unturned, and I'm ready to surprise everyone.
Thank you, and best of luck Thursday.
Bruno?
Oi, Renan, tudo bem?
Oi, tudo bem?
Bruno from Jiu-Jitsu Magazine. Renan, você já lutou, você treina, né, na equipe de Nogueira. Ele tendo experiência já lutando contra o Fabrício, quanto a informação que ele já passou para você te ajudando com essa luta?
Renan, you train at Team Nogueira. Those guys out there have ample experience fighting against Fabricio Werdum. What kind of feedback and pointers were they able to give you ahead of this fight?
Eu trabalhei em cima de todos os pontos fortes do meu adversário, né, do Werdum. Então, creio que estou preparado para qualquer lugar que a luta for. E sim, a gente conversou bastante sobre isso também, né? Porque já tem uma experiência aí que ele já tinha lutado com ele também. Então, a gente trabalhou forte em cima disso, em cima de todos esses pontos aí.
Yes, a lot of hard work at the gym. We did talk about the fact that the gym as a whole has experience preparing and fighting against Werdum. I train and I work hard for every single one of his assets, so I'm ready to be able to defend any and all of them.
Obrigado, Renan. Boa sorte. Thank you, Renan. Good luck.
Valeu, obrigado.
James McGlade.
Hi, Henan. I hope that you're having a good day. I want to ask you a question. How much media attention is this fight getting in Brazil? And how has it changed your profile? And by profile, I mean your celebrity or position as a public figure. By the way, this question is for Sports Keto. I should have said at the start. Apologies.
Eu espero que esteja bem. Com a magnitude aí dessa luta, dois nomes brasileiros, o Werdum sendo o ídolo nacional que ele é, como é que essa luta mudou a forma que você é visto e a forma que você é recebido aí como um ídolo nacional, como uma pessoa pública?
Essa luta em si trouxe uma grande visibilidade, né? O Werdum é um grande ídolo e também sempre acompanhei a história dele. E poder lutar com um cara de grande... um cara que fez história no MMA, para mim é uma oportunidade muito grande. Então, eu tô preparado para isso, cabeça boa, quero chegar lá, dar o meu melhor e creio que isso aí pode me trazer grandes frutos.
The opportunity to fight a guy and a name as big as Werdum is something unique. This fight, the booking of this fight has opened a lot of doors for me and made so that people understand and recognize my work, and I'm ready to seize the opportunity.
Thanks for the answer and good luck.
Obrigado.
Up next, head kick audio.
Good morning, Hanan. How are you doing today, sir?
Bom dia, Renan. Como é que você está se sentindo hoje?
Bom dia, tudo bem?
All right. So my question for you is, this is obviously the biggest stage that you've competed on, and this is no question the biggest opponent you've ever competed against. How are the nerves going into this fight? And do you think they're going to affect your performance?
Esse é sem dúvida o maior evento, né, que você já competiu e também o maior o oponente de maior nome também que você já lutou contra. Como é que foi a preparação? Como é que você absorve tudo isso?
Eu estou muito feliz em estar na organização, né, o PFL, e sempre gostei muito do formato do PFL e para mim é uma grande honra estar aqui. E desde o começo de quando eu assinei com o PFL, eu já vinha me preparando bem, porque aqui tem vários adversários fortes e estou muito feliz em ter fechado essa luta aí com o Werdum. Vai ser uma grande oportunidade de mostrar o meu trabalho.
I couldn't be happier to have signed a contract with the PFL. I've been a fan of the format and of the league since its inception. And more than that, I'm thrilled to be able to fight Werdum, to be able to put his name on my resume and compete against someone that's a legend in the sport.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Alex?
All right, and this is Alex from K-Side Press. You have a 100% finish rate. I guess, are you excited for this format and the point system?
Renan, você é um cara que tem 100% de aproveitamento aí em termos de nocaute ou finalização. Você está animado para esse formato da PFL que dá pontos extras aí baseado nisso?
Não, eu acho que todos os atletas estão, né? Isso foi um estímulo aí, gostei muito desse formato que eles fizeram agora. E isso estimula o atleta a buscar o tempo todo um nocaute ou uma finalização. Isso pode gerar um fruto aí da gente estar chegando mais rápido nas semifinais.
Absolutely, I feel like all athletes out here are thrilled with the format. It rewards early finishes and puts us in a position to be closer to the semifinals and to the belt.
Awesome, and good luck.
Roz?
Hey, this is Raz from Everything MMA Era. How are you today, sir?
Roz do Aberdeen MMA Era, como é que você está se sentindo hoje, Renan?
Tô muito bem, muito confiante, preparado, só esperando a hora da batalha.
I feel great. I feel very confident and ready, just waiting for battle.
So, just in terms of your training camp with the Nogueira team in Rio de Janeiro, if I'm not mistaken, can you please elaborate a bit more on that and kind of how has COVID played in terms of the restrictions, the lockdown, in interference with your training camp?
Você treinar no Rio de Janeiro, na Team Nogueira, você poderia elaborar um pouco aí de como foram as restrições do Covid aí no seu camp?
A gente tomou todos os cuidados cabíveis, né? E sempre privando a segurança, máscara, álcool em gel e mantendo o máximo de distância das outras pessoas. O camp foi bem fechado e deu tudo certo.
We took all the necessary safety precautions from social distancing, hand sanitizer, wearing masks, and just keeping our camp far away from other people. So all in all, it was a great camp and great preparation for a huge opportunity.
Very cool. And just in terms of your planning for the PFL season, I mean, obviously you have the opening bout against Werdum. But do you really feel like Werdum is your toughest challenge in your quest for the ultimate prize? And with that, do you feel like there's a bit of added pressure, to kind of overcome this fight and try to kind of, go towards the title itself? And kind of, if you do overcome Werdum in a situation, well, in that result, who do you think is the next biggest challenge for you in the league this year?
Você sente uma pressão aí numa luta contra uma lenda como o Werdum, e numa situação na qual você sai com a vitória, quem você vê como sendo aí o outro maior desafio na liga?
Eu não tô me sentindo pressionado. Quando você faz um bom trabalho e se prepara bem para uma coisa, eu acho que a sua confiança prevalece. E todos os adversários da nossa chave são muito duros, então estou preparado para qualquer um que o PFL colocar para mim.
I'm ready for any and all of them. All the other names in this heavyweight division are formidable opponents, so I'm ready for anyone the PFL decides I should face. I don't feel pressure. I don't feel anxious. I feel like I've done the work. I've prepared adequately, and my performance will show it.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Best of luck on Thursday.
Last question to Dylan, please.
Hey there, appreciate the time. I'm just kind of curious with, the last bout being August 2019. I'm kind of curious about the, I guess, excitement factor at having like a pretty busy, defined fight schedule through 2021 going forward.
Como é que você se sente aí com 2021 cheio de luta, né? Para até chegar à final aí, são 4 lutas em mais de 6 meses, considerando que você vem aí de um tempo parado, sem lutar desde agosto de 2019.
Eu não parei de treinar mesmo com essa pandemia de 2020 e assim me mantive bem, me mantive treinado, sempre focado e eu me sinto bem, estou pronto para lutar.
I didn't stop training, not a single day between my last fight and now. I feel ready, and I feel great, and I feel ready to fight.
And just as a quick follow-up, I'm kind of wondering how the experience in the PFL bubble has been overall.
A última pergunta, como é que tem sido a experiência aqui na bolha da PFL?
Muito boa, muito agradecido aí pela atenção que o PFL tem dado para os atletas, pelo menos para mim tem sido tranquilo. A questão da segurança também com os atletas, alimentação, e só tenho a agradecer pela oportunidade de estar aqui nesse grande evento e quero dar o meu melhor aí para contribuir com o business.
It's been great. I'm nothing but appreciative for the league, for the PFL, for everything they've done here to us and accommodating the fighters, everything from health, safety to food. And I look forward to doing my part to contribute to the business on May 6th.
Awesome. Thanks for the time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you. All right, guys, up next, we will have Mohammed Usman. If you have a question for Mo, go ahead and get your hands raised. All right, first question, let's give it to Breeze.
Hey, Mohammed, this is Breeze with the MMA Breeze. I wanted to ask you, your brother's obviously accomplished a lot lately. How has that motivated you with this upcoming tournament? And have you worked with him at all in preparations to this bout?
It's motivated me a lot. I mean, me and him both trained in Denver, Colorado, and at Elevation, fight team. And just seeing his process and all the work he put in and all the work I've put in, we motivate each other. His work ethic, and I feed off of how he works and how hard he works, and that translates into how I work hard.
And who wins in a fight between you and Usman?
Me.
And you and Kamaru. Thank you so much.
It's a different weight class, man.
Good luck.
For sure. Thank you.
Up next, let's go with Tariq.
How you doing, Mohammed? This is Tariq with the Havoc Hour. So just throwing a couple names out here. Israel Adesanya, your older brother Kamaru, and I mean, obviously, Francis over in the heavyweight division in UFC. What is it going to mean to you to win this tournament and bring another championship home to Africa, to Nigeria?
It'll be a great honor. That's my journey. That's my path. That's what I envision. And and that's what I'm gonna make happen. So it'll be a great honor for my family, for my culture, and just for Africa alone. We're doing a lot of great things right now, and we're just gonna keep it up.
Thanks for the time, man. Good luck on Thursday.
No, thank you.
Tanai?
Hey Mohammed, Tanai from MMA Island. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good, brother.
I wanted to ask you what made you decide to sign with the PFL? Was it the tournament system or anything else, or just the roster strength?
It's not necessarily a tournament; it's a season, and the season format I really enjoyed, and we have regular season, we have playoffs, and when we have the championship, that resonated with me because I play football. So it just made it feel like I'm just in the NFL. This is the professional fighters, this is the PFL. So this is the NFL of MMA. So I look at it like that, and I really just fell in love with it. And of course, we're getting paid to do this, so we're not getting 50 cents. So this was it was a great opportunity. It was a great opportunity for me to keep getting better in the sport of MMA and get paid to do it.
Awesome. And how's your experience been in the PFL bubble?
Jesus, it's been rough. It's tough, man. 17 days doing anything or being cooped up in your room is hard. But PFL has done an exceptional job of containing everybody in the bubble, and then and it's just been I'm good. I can't no complaints. Just ready to rock.
Thank you, man. Good luck on Thursday.
No worries. Thank you.
Barcelona?
Jim Barcelona, Miami Herald. Curious if your brother will be in your corner for this fight.
My brother will be here.
What is it like when you guys are able to have each other in your corners for these big fights?
It's a great feeling. It's a great, his IQ, his mindset, it just oozes off on me. And I just know how to win when he's there. And I know how to win, it's just being able to know what your brother would do. I put myself in his shoes and he puts himself in mine, and knowing what I got to do to get the job done. And I just feed off of his energy and go out there and get the job done.
And for this one, did you bring anybody in to spar with, someone different to get ready for this fight?
Yeah, I actually did. I brought a UFC middleweight fighter, Razak Hassan. I've trained with him my whole career now, for the most part, and even when we went to Colorado, he's came out there with us as well. So he wanted to do he came right after his fight actually in the UFC. He came and did the full 17 days with me. So I'm very, very grateful for him, and me and him, he's a fighter, so we've just been going at it, and he'll tell you he's hurting right now. I've been beating him up for 17 days, and he's ready to go home. So it's been a rough one, but it's all gonna be worth it at the end.
Well, lastly for me, and you mentioned hurting, I don't want you to be mad at me. I know you're a big, tough guy, but I'm not going to count your brother out in a fight with you.
Nah, you can't count him out for nothing, but it's just a different weight class, man. It's 100 more pounds hitting you. It's a different, it's just different. And you learn that real fast in the sport of MMA. Those weight classes is a big deal, and you guys go up to try to fight a different guy in a different weight class, and you learn real quick that let me just stay where I'm at.
Thank you so much.
No, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you. James, please.
Hi, Mohammed. James McGlade from Sportskeeda here. Do you prefer to be called Mo?
My coaches and my teammates call me Mo, Mohammed. It doesn't matter. It's just Mo. Everybody's called me Mo or Mohammed my whole life. So whatever feels comfortable for you.
Okay, thanks, man. First question I have for you is, how has life changed for you because of the PFL ever since you joined?
Oh man, to make it frankly, life's gotten better. Life has been hard, especially with the corona, with everything going on. PFL has done a wonderful job. They took care of me during corona, and even still to this point now, just to be able to feed my family, survive. So at the end of the day, this world we live in is, people work 9 to 5s every day, and there's only a select few can afford to do what we do, which is fight and be able to survive. So I'm very, very blessed to be here, and I'm gonna make it count.
Terrific. And what was your reaction when you first found out your PFL debut was against Brandon Sales?
I was excited, because he's a tough guy, tough opponent, and I just look forward to getting in there and going to work and putting in work.
Okay, thanks, Mo. Have a good fight on Thursday, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Tom Ward, please.
Hi Mo, Tom Moore from Give Me Sport here. Who do you think is your biggest threat in this tournament?
I like to just focus at one opponent at a time, and in the season format. Now it's not a tournament. If it was a tournament, it would be totally different. This is a season that we're in. We're in regular season of the PFL, and I'm just focused on one fight at a time, one opponent. Everybody here is running for $1 million, so nobody here is easy. This season is not easy. This is a tough season. Everybody wants to win $1 million, so they're gonna go out there and put their best foot forward, like you're supposed to. So I just really just try to block it out and focus on one fight at a time, one fighter at a time. We got 4 fights this year, so 4 fights to $1 million. So after this one, I have 3 more. So that's how I'm looking forward to. Everybody here is tough, and I'm gonna give everybody the same attention.
Obviously, you've kind of alluded to it a bit, but your brother's been called out by a certain Conor McGregor, and you kind of talked about weight classes there. How do you think a fight would go between them?
Oh man, my brother would demolish him. Simple as that. My brother is already big for that weight class anyway. So this guy just wants to come up there and test the waters. Like he says, there'll be a red panty night. So we'll love that. But my brother will destroy him in that aspect of that's his division.
Amazing. Good luck.
Thank you.
Up next, Dylan, please.
Hey there, Mohammed. Appreciate you making some time.
Appreciate you.
I was just curious because on some of the, aggregator kind of sites, I'm noticing your nickname is The Motor, which I presume is commentary on your cardio. I'm kind of wondering how important is the ability to weaponize pace within your overall fighter skill set?
It's very important. It's when at the end of the day, everybody goes into this thing called fighting with certain gifts and certain talents, and of course you train, you learn, and you work hard. But that name came with me from football, and just in football, I didn't know why, but I always run everywhere. If the football was thrown left, I'm running there. If it's thrown right, I'm running there. Wherever the receivers are, I'm running to the receivers. So my coaches used to just call me the motor because I never stopped moving until the whistle blow. And I brought that same mindset into MMA. And like my coaches say, like Vinny and Cody say, my cardio is a weapon. So when I go out there and people throw jabs and throw right hands and bombs, my cardio is the exact same thing, and I'm going to use that in the cage.
And I'm kind of curious too, because you were talking about the specific field within this season and how you have to have like a myopic kind of focus on your immediate opponent. And to that point, I'm kind of wondering, like in doing tape study on Brandon Sales, like what sort of stylistic proclivities you may have noticed he brings to the table.
He likes to be aggressive. He likes to be aggressive. He's been aggressive to a lot of the guys that I've watched on tape that watched him fight. And he's a tough guy. He's a military guy, so he's coming in there with that tough mindset, and he's just coming in there trying to be aggressive. So, but he's never faced nobody like me, and it's gonna show. It's gonna show come Thursday night.
Thanks for the time, Mohammed. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Darnell.
Hi, Mohammed. This is Darnell Giovanni with MMA Island.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Just wondering, training with the likes of Francis Ngannou, how did that help your game?
Oh man, it shot my game up tremendously. I've in these last couple of weeks before I came into the bubble, I've trained with Francis. I've moved around with Alistair Overeem. I moved around with Curtis Blades. I've trained with all types of guys, and just to be able to get these type of caliber guys at the heavyweight division and be able to move around with these guys, pick their brain, train with them, has just boosted my confidence to the roof because I know I can compete and I can do what I'm here to do, and that's really what it comes down to. If you want to beat the best, you got to train with the best. You got to feel the best, and I feel like I've done that, and I'm ready to put it to the test.
Is that a fight you would want in the future against Francis?
Francis is my brother. I'll let him enjoy his side of things right now. I'm on the PFL, and I'm gonna focus on winning this PFL belt, and then we can readdress that conversation.
Thanks so much, Mom. Good luck.
Thank you.
Jake Foley, please.
Hey, Mohammed. Jake Foley here from Overtime Heroics. Being born in Nigeria on PFL and ESPN.
Jake, can you repeat that? You cut out a little bit.
Yes. Being born in Nigeria, what is the feeling like being able to represent the green and white flag on PFL and ESPN?
Man, it's surreal. It's a dream come true. Just to be able to be here and be able to be the only or second African fighter here. Actually, the only African fighter on this card in this whole season. It's a real blessing, and I feel an honor, and I feel like I feel a honor to represent my people the right way, and I will.
Thank you so much. Good luck on Thursday night.
Thank you.
Alex, please.
Hi, Mohammed. It's Alex from Cape Side Press. You have 5 first-round finishes in your career. Are you looking to get that quick 6 points in your fight on Thursday? And also, please let us know what you and your brother do to be completely yoked, because it's insane.
Yes. At the end of the day, I'm trying to go forward, and I'm gonna pressure this guy, and I'm just gonna listen to my coaches, and if it happens, if God willing, I get him out in the first round. I get it. I'm not gonna rush it. You know, at this level and at this sport, you don't want to go in anything rushing anything. I want to go in there with a calm mindset and execute my game plan. And if everything in my game plan, you know, God willing, my game plan goes right, he'll be out of there in the first round. And to answer your second question, my mom just feeds us a lot of African food. We just eat African food as much as we can. I mean, I've been on a diet, you know, for the most part, but right after this fight and I'm going home, I'm going to take about 2-3 days and just eat nothing but African food. So my mom will cook, you know, potted yam and soup. And then, you know, she cooks the rice with the white rice with the stew. And she knows I love fish, and I love my chicken and my steak. So she'll cook that up for us and have that ready to come before we get home. And that's all the energy I need. When I used to get tired or feel low energy, I just eat her food and it just shoot me right back up. So ask my mom.
Looks like I need some African food. Good luck.
Oh, for sure, brother. You definitely need to try it.
Up next, Head Kick Audio, please.
Hey, what's up? This is Steve from Head Kick Audio. How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother.
All right. Well, I am enjoying this very much. You're a ball of energy. It's a nice change of pace.
Oh, no, appreciate you, brother.
All right. So my first question for you is, this is a season. So every fight matters, but there's also points that matter. Do you think that's going to change your fighting style, or, you know, if at all, have you had to make any adjustments whatsoever?
Not at all. If anything, I just been getting better at just being a mixed martial arts fighter. You know, that's what it comes down to. It's just being a better fighter. You know, it's, you know, certain guys probably have to make adjustments, but I just kept getting better and getting better and getting better. And I'm just excited to just go put the finished product out there in the cage for the world to see. You know, I've been spending a lot of time. I've been meticulous about my training. I've moved my whole life up to Colorado, you know, and I've completely jumped in and indulged all that they have to offer. And I'm just ready to go out there and execute the game plan.
Awesome. And then the shirt there, is that U of A?
Yeah, of course. Bear down. Yeah, that's where I went to school, man. So, you know, I got to rep my school.
Oh, well, I'm out of here at Tucson, Arizona. So.
Oh man, yeah, that's where I'm. You already know, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, Tucson, stand up.
Yeah, bear down, buddy. Thank you for your time.
No, bear down, brother.
Last question to Ronald, please.
Ronald E. Smith from Getting Real. Mohammed, like any other athlete who has another sibling who's doing well, they're always going to be that extra pressure and extra eyes sit on the other sibling. So how have you been able to focus and not allow the noise to interfere in the process?
The number one thing for me is focus. And I like to, and I've played football a long time, so pressure has always been there. And I've learned, as my life has gone on, I've just learned how to control that pressure. And and channel it into energy that you use in the cage, you know? So
I know how to kind of channel my energy and channel the pressure into energy that I can use against my opponent. And I've been doing it now for a while. It's not my first fight, with my brother being the champ. It's not my last. So I just channel all that pressure into positive energy and go out there and execute the game plan.
See you then. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mo. Appreciate you for coming out today.
No problem. Thank you.
Up next, we will be bringing in Miss Kayla Harrison. If you have a question for Kayla, please go ahead and raise your hand. All right, let's go ahead and start off with Roz.
Hi, Kayla. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. My name is Raz. From Everything MMA era. Just like to kind of start off in terms of the 2021 PFL season. What can we expect from you, and what do you feel are your biggest challenges this year?
Well, you can expect dominance. I feel like this year I'm a very well-rounded fighter, which makes me very dangerous. And I think the challenges are just going to be protocol and the things that COVID brings along with it. But in terms of fighting, I think I'm ready as ever.
Okay. And so just kind of follow up on that. Do you feel that maybe with COVID, with restrictions, they're kind of your main challenges in the upcoming year, obviously kind of shifting away the focus from the fighting? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're just hurdles, it's just not ideal situations, not ideal scenario, but everyone has to go through it. So it's just kind of part of life. But in terms of, fighting, I think I'm excited. It's been a while. I'm excited to get back in the cage and do what I do best.
Okay. Thank you. Best of luck on Thursday.
Thank you very much.
Breeze, please.
Hey, Kayla, this is Breeze with the MMA Breeze. I wanted to ask you, you've already won the championship a couple times now. How do you stay motivated coming into this season and securing another victory?
Well, I mean, motivation has always been an internal thing for me. I don't do this for money. I don't do it for fame. I don't do it for glory. I do it to be the best in the world. I just have this internal desire. And, I'm not there yet. I'm not the best in the world yet. So there's plenty left to accomplish.
Right on. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Daniel, please.
This is Daniel from Cage My IQ. Seeing that you fought at the end of the year at featherweight, how hard was it to cut that weight and then to put that weight back on?
Well, I didn't have any trouble putting it back on, I'll tell you that much. Actually, after I did cut, I mean, the cut was good. I was very professional about it, was disciplined, got down to about 153 walking around, and then just did the little bit, the last little bit at the end there. But after I cut down to featherweight, my body just naturally, I guess, wanted to hold on to everything. So my weight jumped up a bit for a while there. So I was walking around pretty heavy, which in hindsight is a good thing, just because I naturally sit at about 160 to 165. And I learned a lot of big girls in the 155-pound weight class who are cutting some good weight. So I think that extra weight is going to be good for me.
And then did you feel that fight is going to help you out, knowing that you would have had over a year fight difference compared to just a few months?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no supplement for cage time and getting in there. You can't replicate that or emulate it anywhere. So just being able to get one fight in last year, get those feelings, those nerves, those excitement and jitters was important for me. And also just to continue to see my development, continue to see where I need to work and what I need to focus on. I was very happy that I got to fight last year.
Thank you very much.
Conan, please. Conan, are you out there? Okay, we'll go with Barcelona.
Jim Barcelona, Miami Herald. Kayla, you mentioned that fight, and I'm wondering, what was that like with just working with PFL to be able to do that? Because they weren't doing anything, and you're like, hey, I want to get a fight in. So just that process and them being able to work with you so you're able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super grateful that I was able to have the opportunity to compete last year. PFL and my manager worked together closely to make that happen. I know it was strenuous and stressful at times, but ultimately, I feel like we're all happy with how it went down. And I want to thank Invicta for giving me the opportunity to compete. The fight game is a very short window. You get in, you get off and you get out. And to have to take a year off in my prime would have been, I feel like, tragic. So I'm glad that the PFL and I were able to come to an agreement.
And what was it like training now, getting ready for the season with American Top Team, growing as a fighter, growing and being able to train there at that special place?
Of course. I mean, it's the best team in the world, American Top Team. Just the people you see come in and out of our doors every day, the level of fighters, the greatness that walks through the doors, and the coaching, the staff, everyone there from top to bottom. It's a smooth running ship, and being the team captain is a huge honor for me. I'm very blessed to call American Top Team home.
That's really cool about the team captain too. Lastly, for me, Kayla, the Olympics are coming up this summer. You know a little something about the Olympics. Do you get jazzed a little bit, still excited, even though you're not competing for the Olympic gold anymore?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the biggest sports stage in the world. It's a time in the world where we all come together and we put aside all of our differences. And one of my favorite things about the Olympics is its motto. The motto is Sidious Audius Fortius, which means faster, higher, stronger, not fastest, not strongest. It's all about giving your absolute best. And that's something that I try to live by every day in my life. So I'm a huge fan of the Olympics. I'm always going to be a huge fan. I actually might be commentating the judo portion of the Olympic Games for NBC. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh, it's very cool. Well, thank you as always. All the best.
Thank you.
Dylan, please.
Hey there, Kayla. I appreciate the time.
My pleasure.
I was just curious because there was a certain level of like visceral beauty to the last fight there, just getting to uncork the elbows there, and that seemed to have a pretty immediate effect there. But PFL obviously not allowing the elbows. I'm kind of curious. I imagine you're very excited to get back to competing within the PFL framework, but is it a bit of a bummer that the elbows have to be shelved for a little bit?
For sure. It's kind of one of those things where you don't know what you're missing until you've had it, like if you give a kid sugar for the first time and they're like, like that's kind of how I felt when I got to throw my first elbow. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And I'm sure a lot of fighters feel like, hopefully some rule changes can be made. So maybe they're allowed in the finals or something like that. I understand the reasoning behind not having them, but man, when you're a top heavy opponent or fighter like I am, they really change the impact of ground and pound. So I'm going to miss them. I'm going to miss those buggers.
Yeah, well, definitely had great immediate effect there. So hopefully that can be brought back in the future. But in any event, I appreciate the time.
My pleasure.
Tanai.
Hey, Kayla, Tanai from MMA Island. I wanted to bring back a conversation you had with Henry Cejudo, Triple C, about being the greatest combat sports athlete of all time. He has a fair argument.
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah, he does have a decent argument, and so do you. You obviously are a judo world champion and the PFL champion. So what would it take for you to become the GOAT of combat sports?
Well, first of all, Henry is a one-time Olympic champion. I don't believe he ever won the world championships in wrestling. He did win 2 belts in the UFC and has since retired at like age of 12. I'm not really sure how old he is. So really, it's just a matter of time for me. I won the junior world championships. I won the senior world championships in judo. I won the Olympics, not once, but twice. I won the PFL belt. I'm about to win another belt this year. So I'm pretty sure if you do everything twice, that makes you the greatest of all time. And I don't think he's going to be able to hold a candle to my career.
Absolutely. Love your confidence. Can't wait for Thursday.
Thank you.
Head kick audio.
Hey, Kayla, this is Steve with Head Kick Audio. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
What? I'm great. Sorry. What has been your biggest improvement since the last time we saw you compete?
I think just my confidence. I'm definitely, my striking's coming along. I feel more developed as a fighter. I feel more comfortable inside of a cage. I'm not afraid to hit or get hit anymore. And I think that makes me a dangerous fighter. It's not necessarily like you see these vast improvements and, like I'm not going to go out there and throw a spinning back kick or anything like that. But I just think that overall I'm much more comfortable and at ease inside of a cage. And that helps me implement my game plan even more dominantly, which, if that's possible, is scary.
Thank you for your time.
Pleasure.
Sergio.
Hi, Kayla. This is Sergio from Fighter Path MMA. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. So favorites like Anthony Pettis and Lance Palmer suffered defeats a couple weeks back. You're obviously the favorite going into this one. Do you feel any added pressure as a favorite? And do you feel like there's a target on your back because of that?
No, I don't feel any added pressure. Nothing in the outside world could put any more pressure than I do to myself internally. And I've been under the bright lights for a long time now. And it's where I shine, I'm built different. And I think, I've had a target on my back from day one, I feel like since I've been here. So it is what it is. This is my job. This is my life. And nothing's going to stop me.
I love it. Thanks and best of luck.
Thank you.
Darnell, please.
Hi, Kayla. Darnell Giovanni with MMA Island. Just had a question for you in regards to training at American Top Team. Who is one of your toughest sparring partners when you walk in there just like, oof, this is going to be a rough day?
Well, all of them. I sparred a lot with Pedro Munoz this camp, and I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys all know him and see him and what a juggernaut he is. So that was tough. Just like he's a pressure fighter with good takedown defense. So it's like, oh, what do I do? No, everybody there is a tough. There's no such thing as an easy day at American Top Team. My sparring partner, my main training partner, Anthony, we call him Goose, is here with me, and he gives me a big push. I sparred a little bit with Valerie Lareda this camp. She's a killer. So yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about all my training partners. I love them and I love to hate them.
Thank you so much, Kayla.
Tom Ward, please.
Hey, Kayla, you've spoken a lot about becoming a more well-rounded mixed martial artist. Can you just tell us a bit how you've worked on your striking?
Yeah, I think, it's been at the forefront sort of for a while in my MMA career, just getting comfortable, working on specific techniques that fit my game plan, that fit my style of fighting, working on the basics. I'm a big believer in basics. I'm a big believer. What I learned in the first 6 months of judo is what won me 2 Olympic gold medals. So the problem is in MMA, I'm still a baby, I'm still a white belt. So I have to put in the time, and there's really no substitute for that. I can't just get really good at striking overnight. I just have to put in the time, put in the reps over and over and over and over and over again. And I think having a year off where you don't train for a specific opponent and you're not in a camp and you're not, focused on all of these other things that you sometimes have to focus on for fights, just gave me even more opportunity to go in and get better slowly but surely at all of those things that you don't necessarily focus on when you have a fight. It's kind of like when you're a professional athlete, especially, coming over to a sport, everyone already thinks you can run when you haven't even learned to crawl yet. So I kind of went back and learned how to crawl and tightened up everything, if that makes sense. Worked on a lot of power, worked on precision, worked on all of those things that maybe I wasn't skipping over them, but I just didn't have enough time to focus on.
Amazing, thank you. And if I could push you for a prediction.
I'm going to win by KO, TKO, or submission.
Amazing. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Next question for Tristan.
Hi, Kayla. Tristan Critchfield from SureDog.com. Well, you said you're happy with PFL and you're focused on 155 pounds. How much of a move to featherweight factors into your future plans?
You know, it's definitely food for thought. I mean, I think we all knew that it was probably going to have to be inevitable at some point in my career. There's just way more depth there, and there's a lot of opportunity. The greatest fighter of all time competes there. So yeah, of course it's on my mind, but I have a whole season in front of me. I got tough 4 fights. I got a lot of stuff to do before I even start to think about having to eat salad again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tariq?
Hey, Kayla, it's Tariq with the Havoc Hour. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. So I got to see that Invicta fight, and more particularly, I got to see your reaction as you were walking away there. Did you kind of surprise yourself at the performance that you had in that fight?
I mean, I'm my own toughest critic, so I was like a little pissed off with myself afterwards, just because there were some things that I wanted to work on more that I didn't. But at the end of the day, it's a fight. You got to go where the fight takes you. But after the cut that caused all the blood was from the very first elbow that I threw in my entire career, and because you can't really, how do you drill throwing elbows in practice? You know, you can't do it live on a person. So it was the first real elbow I'd ever thrown in my life, and then the blood afterwards, like I'm not a naturally I guess psychotic person, so I wasn't like, yeah, she's bleeding. I was like, part of me was like, oh my God, there's blood everywhere, and part of me was like, finish her. So it was like a very weird experience where I was like, I really don't want to keep punching her, but I have to keep punching her. And then I got up and it was like all over me, and it was like on my lips and in my hair and under my nails, and I was like, okay, so this is what fighting is really like.
Also, real quick, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Clarissa Shields is making her debut next month. Do you have eyes towards getting in the cage with her, or are you just focused on the belt?
I mean, I'm very excited for her debut. I think it's very early in her career to anticipate us fighting anytime in the near future. She's not in the season. I'm in the season. And I think it's good for her to take her time, get her feet wet, get some one-off fights, get the experience that she needs. And if and when she's ever ready, I'll be waiting.
Good to see you, champ. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's have our last question go to Michael Owens, please.
Hey, Kayla, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Everything good here in Puerto Rico. Thank you so much for your time.
Rub
my
it
question
in, Puerto Rico. Okay.
Yeah, our weather is decent at this point, so that's a good thing. How important for your legacy as a fighter is to maintain that undefeated record that you still have?
You know, I don't really think about undefeated a lot in my visualization and stuff like that. Listen, loss is a part of life. I've been, you know, in the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat in my career many times before. It happens. I don't plan for it to happen ever in my MMA career, but it's not going to be something, if it were to happen, that would ever break me or change me. And I don't think that in terms of legacy, you look at all of the great champions and people of our time and
annoying
of history, it's not what happens. It's not when you lose, it's what you do with your loss. It's how you overcome those obstacles. And that's been the story of my life. It's not, I failed. It's failure is my fuel, and watch me rise even higher. So that's my mentality towards taking a loss, but it's not going to happen. So don't worry about it.
And just a quick follow-up regarding the bubble. How's been your experience in the PFL bubble, and how complicated mentally has been for you to be isolated from the world?
We almost made it the whole conference. Yeah, listen, it's just part of life. This is what I have to do. My job is to go out there and fight and put on a hell of a performance and win. And my mom taught me that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. So I'm just going to go do my job.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and good luck on Thursday.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kayla. Appreciate you for coming out today.
Thanks, guys.
Up next, we have Fabricio Werdum. If you have questions for Fabricio, please go ahead and raise your hand. And we will open up our first question to Mike Owens, Media.
Hello, Fabricio. This is Mike from Mike Owens Media. How are you today?
Everything's great, man. Thank you.
Your last fight was a first round submission victory over Alexander Gustafsson. Did that feel like the perfect way to close one chapter of your career with the UFC and move to another one with the PFL?
Yeah, the decision is mine. I just stay in UFC for 12 years, and I just want to go my way. And PFL have a good proposal for the fight here, and I'm very happy in PFL now.
And by the time the tournament concludes, you'll be 44. Do you intend to fight after this 2021 season, or is your goal to retire as the 2021 season champ?
Yeah, I just think about the May 6th now. My mind is May 6th, and after then I see what I have to make. I don't know. I just have everything my focus in May 6th.
Thanks for the time today, Fabricio.
Thank you.
Up next, Alex, Cageside Press.
Hi, Fabricio. It's Alex from Cageside Press. When you make your debut in PFL this Thursday, it'll be the first time you've not competed in the UFC or Strikeforce in 13 years. I guess, can you reflect on your time with the UFC and Strikeforce?
Yes, man. It's everything is same thing for me. I fight for 33 years, and I fought in Pride in Japan, UFC, Strikeforce, Jungle Fight, different place. And everything is the same, I'm just preparing my body for May 6th, this is very important for me. I'm here in USA for 3 months. I have a good camp. Everything is going very nice, no injuries, nothing, good training. My mind's okay. And I have my mind and my body the same line.
Awesome. And, you were a UFC champ. You were the first man to beat Fedor. What would a PFL title mean to you?
Yes, it's very important. I want to put one more belt in my wall, in my home, my new home I have in Brazil. And yes, thank you for you say that about the first time, the first guy beat Fedor, and the UFC champion, Jiu-Jitsu champion. You don't say Jiu-Jitsu, but I say to you, okay? Jiu-Jitsu and ADCC too, grappling. And yes, man, for sure the PFL title is good, man. I saw the belt. I love the belt. The other day I hold the belt. It's amazing belt. It's very heavy too. And for sure it's my big goal. But I told you, just I have my mind now just for May 6th now.
Awesome, and good luck.
Thank you.
Ronald Smith, please.
This is Ronald E. Smith from Getting Real. Fabricio, how you doing?
Everything's great, man. Thank you.
Wonderful, man. You've had a storied career, and you've traveled basically all over the world. But for everything else, there's always still that mindset of motivating yourself to keep pushing forward. How have you, after all these years, continued to push yourself to keep getting better?
Yes, man. I mean, yes, you're right. I'm very good now. I'm very my feet. I told my mind, my body is okay, And the motivation just because I love this, man. This is my life, you know. All my life I did same thing, the fight. I don't know. I have to make different thing. I have other business, but now I just have a fight in my mind, and the motivations every day. I just think of my family, my friends, my training, everything. I'm happy, you know. When I have a training, when I have everything is okay, I'm a happy man. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Mason?
Hi, Fabricio. This is Mason from the Sports Sesh podcast. How are you doing today?
Everything's great, man. Thank you.
I believe this is your first fight outside of the UFC or Strikeforce since way back in 2006. Does it feel any different fighting for another organization?
No, I don't see. I just saw the difference. The PFL is amazing. And when I come to the bubble, I'm here for 2 weeks and a half, and the organization, the people's is the guys value. You know, you feeling the guys value. This is very important. And the difference, I just visited the cage the other day, the smart cage, and I feel very well. Have a good training there. Like I visualize the fight, everything, and I don't see nothing different. Just like I told the organization and the people work here.
How do you see yourself winning this fight?
Say again, please.
How do you see yourself winning this fight?
I see the fight like I see a lot of different situations. I visualize every time the fight, and I see like or knockdown him, but like a knockout or submission, you know, very quickly, you know. And this is my goal because I know the PFL have a points. I love the rules, and the 6 points. This is very good, you know. I want a 6 points for sure.
And last thing from me, do you have a message for your fans in the UK who will be staying up for this event?
Yes, thank, appreciate, man. I receive a lot of messages from there. The guy is amazing with me every time. Thank, appreciate for everything and the support for sure.
Thank you, man, and I can't wait to see you come Thursday night.
Os.
Bruno?
Hi, Fabricio. This is Bruno from YouTube Magazine. Bruno, tudo bem? Como é que você tá?
Aí, ó, eu sabia. Falei que era brasileiro, né?
How are you doing today, Fabricio?
Everything is good. But tu vai perguntar em português ou em inglês?
Pode ser em português se você quiser. Então,
Português, então.
Então você falou que você é campeão mundial, campeão ADCC. Quando você acabar com sua carreira aí de MMA, você tem a vontade de voltar para o jiu-jitsu, fazer uns super fights também e competir por esse lado? Fabricio, thank you so much. You mentioned that you're ADCC champion, Mundial champion. After you're done with your MMA career, do you find yourself going back to competing in jiu-jitsu and starring in some super fights?
I like the idea, the super fights, but I told before that my mind just the May 6th now. And this is very important because I work my focus from Thursday, you know, that's it. And later I see, but not just jiu-jitsu, gi, I don't believe, you know, but maybe grappling, maybe boxing, I don't know. I just to see after then, you know, I'm 43 years old, and maybe I have 2 more years, you know, my mind is okay, my mind is very young, my body like 31 years old, and my mind is 18, you know.
Thank you so much, Fabricio. And one last thing, do you have anything to say to all of your fans in Brazil that'll be watching you fighting this weekend?
Eu queria agradecer a torcida, queria agradecer ao Combate, né, o canal Combate que fez toda essa parceria, que influenciou muito a minha presença, e eu fiquei sabendo disso, fiquei feliz de saber que o Combate está entrando nesse projeto comigo, né, e o que eu puder fazer para levar o PFL para o Brasil, ficar mais popular, eu vou fazer, porque o tratamento aqui é diferenciado com certeza. E agradecer, claro, que as mensagens dos brasileiros é sempre muito bom ler e escutar as pessoas falando, mandando mensagens, né, dizendo que eu sou o melhor de todos os tempos, várias mensagens que me motivam bastante. Obrigado.
Muito obrigado, Fabricio. Thank you very much, Fabricio. Boa sorte.
Valeu.
Tchau.
Ah, mas não, o Bruno não é brasileiro. O Bruno não é brasileiro.
Né, não?
Com sotaque não é.
Sou americano.
Folks and special Combate, the channel, who pulled hard to be broadcasting the PFL, and I'm glad to have been a part of that process. And tell all the Brazilian folks that message me, all your messages, all your outreach, it warms my heart, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Alex, please, cage side press.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to lower my hand.
Oh, sorry. Breeze.
Hey, Fabricio, this is Breeze from the MMA Breeze. Opponent has two losses. One's a DQ and one's a submission. You know, I think we're all very confident in your ground game, but towards the later part of your career, we saw that your hands got very nice. Do you think that you're going to be looking for a quick submission, or are you comfortable enough to go in and welcome a KO victory as well?
I'm comfortable anyway, you know, because I just prepared my body for everything, all situations coming. I'm just preparing everything. I told before, I mean, like my mind and my body is the same line. This is very hard, you got it, you know. Sometimes your mind is okay, your body is not respond, and opposite too. Sometimes your body is 100%, your mind is not good. But now I feeling like the same line both, you know. And for sure, man, you remember when I knocked out Mark Hunt? Nobody believe. I just go there and have the fly knee and finish him.
Well, we're looking forward to your performance. Thank you, Fabricio.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Dylan?
Hey there, Fabricio. Appreciate you making some time.
Oh, thank you.
I was just kind of curious because your upcoming opponent here being a protege of Team Nogueira, and obviously you had a pair of storied bouts against Minotauro out there. I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are on that particular dynamic there.
Yeah, Nogueira is my good friend, man. I fought with him 2 times in Pride in UFC, and he's my like a brother. You know, I love this guy, and doesn't matter. You know, I just had like a professional fight. I don't have to say bad things about my opponent, and that's it. You know, I know he's a tough guy, and I just go there and look at the victory.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just thought it was a cool dynamic there. But I was kind of curious, like how excited you are about the strength of schedule and just getting to actively compete with PFL, because that seems to be like a big part of why you signed with the promotion.
Eu não entendi dos nossos. Repeat, please.
Como é que você se,
Ah, tá.
como é que você se sente com a atividade aí da PFL? São várias lutas, uma atrás da outra, né? Você se manter
Okay.
ativo aí durante o ano.
Okay, now I understand. Yes, I like the idea. This is why I have to sign with PFL, because I like the idea. The fought 4 times, have to fight 4 times in very short time. I like this, and when you deserve, you go forward. This is good, you know. You like a points to win, and this is called about this. You know, I like the rules. It's different rules for. I think nobody have this like a PFL. Like a points, when you win, you go forward. Good points, you go forward too again, and they go to the belt and the $1 million. This is amazing, you know. It's a good motivation for sure.
Awesome. Thanks for the time, Fabricio.
Thank you.
Tanai?
Hi, Fabricio. Tanai from MMA Island. How's it going, man?
Good, thank you.
So you've obviously beat legends like Fedor, Mark Hunt, Bigfoot Silva, and Gustafsson, to name a few. How does the PFL roster compare to the rosters in other organizations and the legends you've already faced?
Yes, I just saw the organization. I told you before, everything is good here. The high level organization, and here I saw a lot of fighters here, and everybody's tough. You don't have an easy fight in the MMA. When the fans say, this fight easy to you, is not true. It's not easy fight in the MMA. I saw tough guys, and for sure I trained very hard. I prepared my body for 3 months here. I don't see my family for 3 months just for my goal, May 6th.
Awesome. And how has your experience been at the PFL bubble?
It's good. It's good. It's very hard, you know. It's one more fight for sure. Just put one more fight in Sherdog, because this is like it's like a fight too, because you have to stay. I understand for sure, you know, the coronavirus. The PFL organization, they care us very well here. They test every day. The food is good, you know, and for sure it's hard, but you have to make it. It's the same thing for everybody, you know, not just for me, for all fighters.
Thank you, champ. Good luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
Jamie.
Jaime Barrios de MMA Fan 507. Saludos de Panamá, Fabricio.
Que como estamos Panamá, ahí, de verdad que no conozco Panamá todavía, pero quiero conocer a Panamá, quiero visitar. Solo en el aeropuerto fui, pero nunca visité Panamá, nunca fui invitado, no tengo invitaciones.
¡Ey! Pero compartiste con Humberto Brown
Ah,
en
es verdad, Panamá.
América.
Sí, es verdad, es verdad.
Fabricio, la pregunta es, a tus ya 43 años, una leyenda activa en las MMA, tiene un juego muy completo. ¿Qué Fabricio podemos esperar el día jueves? Un Fabricio muy estratégico, muy paciente, como cuando venciste a Mark Hunt, o un Fabricio más agresivo, como en tu último combate cuando venciste a Alexander Gustafsson.
Sí, depende mucho de la situación de la pelea, cómo va la situación de la pelea. Es importante saber, sentir bien ahí mi oponente, saber lo que tiene él. Pero claro que si se puede ser agresivo, si se puede acabar la pelea rápido, lo haré. ¿Entiendes? Voy a acabar la pelea pronto, porque todos queremos acabar la pelea pronto. Nunca he visto a un peleador hablando, esa pelea quiero ganar por puntos, ¿no? Siempre por knockout o por sumisión. Entonces, si puedo noquear rápido o someter, seguramente voy a hacerlo. Y claro que la estrategia hay que mantenerla, ¿no? No se puede salir de la estrategia.
Listo, muchas gracias Fabricio, mucha suerte el jueves.
Un abrazo a Panamá.
Tariq?
How you doing, Fabricio? This is Tariq with the Havoc Hour. Just wanted to know, so throughout your career, you fought the biggest and the best in the sport by far. You've been a champion in other promotions. So here now in the PFL, which is motivating you more, to be a champion again or to win that $1 million check?
Yes, I think both, the 1 million for sure. The belt is good too. And yes, man, it's so hard. I say before, it's so hard to stop the fight, I don't want to stop the fight because I'm young. I'm feeling very well. I'm not feeling like a 43. I saw a lot of guys, a lot of friends have at 43, like a very old guys, You see me like a Hansel, this is different.
That's true. Yeah. Thanks for the time, champ. Good luck on Thursday.
Conan, are you there?
Yes, hello. Fabricio, this is Conan of Conan Daily from the Philippines. Both you and Renan are coming out of a submission victory, but how do you compare your fighting style with Renan's fighting style?
Comparado com quem?
Você quanto o Renan estão vindo aí de vitórias por finalização. Como é que você compara o seu estilo de luta e o estilo de luta dele?
I think it's so different, I have my game. Everybody know like black belt jiu-jitsu, black belt, and I don't know, he's a black belt jiu-jitsu, but he have a good game in the ground too. And for sure, the fight go in the ground. This is 100%, But I don't like the compare my style with him, My style is completely different. Before I just like a jiu-jitsu fighter, but now I'm feeling complete fighter today.
Okay. If you're not training or fighting, what are the other things that you enjoy doing?
Say again, please.
If you're not training or fighting, what are the other things that you enjoy doing?
Ok. O que eu gosto de fazer sem ser a luta? I love the snowboard, man. Snowboard and the PlayStation. I play every day, like Warzone. I play every day Warzone. And for sure, I stay with my family in the beach, like in Florianopolis. I just have my new home there in Brazil. And for sure, I like to stay with my friends, hanging out, like a barbecue. Yes, snowboard, barbecue with my family, friends, and PlayStation for sure.
Okay, last question. It's Brazil versus Brazil on Thursday. Please tell us something about Brazil that you are most proud of.
Como é que é, Zans?
Quinta-feira vai ser Brasil contra Brasil. Diz uma coisa aí do Brasil que você se orgulha.
Yeah, the Brazil. I live in here for 12 years in USA, and now I moved to Brazil again. This is my country. I'm very happy there. Brazil is have a lot of fighters, good fighters too, and I have a lot of things there, man. I love my country. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fabrice.
Thank you, man.
It's an honor to talk to a legend
Appreciate
like
it, man.
you.
Thank you.
Up next, Roz.
Hi, Fabricio. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
So, just like my previous colleague, I want to say it's really a pleasure to get to chat to you. You are a legend of the sport, sir. Thank you very much. Just in terms of my first question, I wanted to find out a bit more about the PFL bubble. I know you've had a very similar experience on Fight Island with the UFC. Can you just elaborate a bit more on kind of, the experience from the first, how that kind of made it easier the second time around, and what do you feel are the biggest challenges being in the hotel all the time, being away from family?
Yeah, I have a good space here, man. I don't see my family for 3 months, and the first time in Abu Dhabi there is a new for me. I never see the situation before, and the bubble, and the second bubble is okay. Everything is okay here. I told the food is good, have a gym, have a tatami, have everything. The breakfast is so not. The breakfast is, but the lunch is good.
Okay. Sure.
And everything is okay, but it's hard, but you have to accept this, it's the same thing for everybody. You have to focus in the fight. This is good. Sometimes if you stay for a family, is maybe you there, I don't know, you look like your family things, but now it's just for fight, just my fight, and that's it. I just think about my fight. I know my family is good in Brazil.
Okay. And just to follow up on that, this kind of deviates a bit from the point, but I know Ali is a good friend of yours, and you guys have had a good relationship over the years. I'm guessing you have a good enough relationship with Usman as well as a result of that. Have you guys had the chance to talk about the possibility of possibly fighting his brother in this season? And if you did, kind of give us a bit of insight on how that went.
No, I don't talk with him about this. I just want to say congratulations to Usman. He have a good fight. Last fight is amazing fight. He's the best for sure. I just say hi his brother. I say, yeah, you Usman brother. He say, yeah, okay. Just say nice to meet you, and that's it. I don't say nothing about this. With Ali, nothing about this yet.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much, sir. Have a good fight on Thursday.
Last question to James McGlade, please.
Hi, Fabrizio. James McGlade from Sportskeeda here. I hope you're having a good day.
Thank you.
So Heenan has spoken about you in the media in the build-up to this fight in very glowing terms. He's called you an idol back in Brazil. I was wondering if you could have fought one idol that you had when you were younger, but never got the chance to fight, who would it be?
Yes, I fought with. You remember when I fought versus Minotauro? He's my idol for a long time, and today too, because I love this guy. And other guy I have a chance to fight, like an idol, maybe Vanderlei, just in the gym, not like a professional, but I have a lot of fights with him. Vanderlei is my idol for sure, but I never fought fight with him outside the gym. But in the gym, it's like a lot of good fights. Me, Vanderlei.
Okay, thanks, Fabrizio. Good luck in your fight.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Fabricio, for joining us
Us.
today.
Valeu.
Appreciate you making the time.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that concludes our last virtual media day. I will see you on Thursday for the post-fight press conference, and I will send those details to you shortly. And I will also let you know when this recording is available. Thank you so much.